And I came across people talking about these two mums. There's probably a mum sector. I think I was told about them before. What's so strange about this mum sector? These two particular individuals are quite interesting women for mothers, I can say. I mean, I'm not a perfect mother. I'm not gonna make out like I'm perfect and da la 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 la. Anyway, one's called Jazzy's Life and one's called Live Life. Okay, I mean, it looks like there's been a whole lot of stuff going on with the children, the way they deal with their money, the way they deal with certain things. Like they this will come under so-called dysfunctional parenting. But fair enough, right? You get things wrong as a mum, fair enough. But if you're putting it on a public platform, right, people are going to be reacting to what you're talking about. They will see what you are talking about. They will see all the little things that is going on that you thinking is okay. Now, one of them to remind me of, if you watch the film Precious with the mother, right, you see inklings of that. Jazzy Life, for instance, tend to when the reactors criticize her, she tends to go after the reactors when they are generally looking over what is going on with the children. Now, Jazzy Life had a baby, I think it's 3 months ago, and she has got a husband. I think he's a husband boyfriend. I don't even know what he is anyway. I haven't really looked into it all that deep. And she has a few children. She has a few children before the baby came. Now there is videos of her and the boyfriend coming at the children pretty thick. I would say, just looking at it, it was hard to watch. It's hard to watch. It is really hard to watch. Me and my daughter watched her make what she was saying was chili for the children. Oh yeah, no, not even that, not even that. She went to the supermarket to buy food for the children. Now in America, I know they get certain stuff. There's WIC. There's certain things that they get, which is similar to the equivalent. I think over here is something else. Now, I know in America there is a big thing about couponing where you can really stack up on food. You can really, really, really stack up on food real good. Now, this young lady, she went and she bought pure name brand stuff. Now, all the reactors did come down on it, and I can actually see why. She bought loads of water. Now, when the woman standing, no, when she got, no, sorry, when she got the stuff back home, right, she got this plastic bottle what you can put drinks in and whatever. She didn't wash out that, she didn't sterilize it, she didn't do nothing. But there was a child in the kitchen looking for food. Hiya, assassin. Looking for food. When the child opened the fridge, there was nothing in the fridge. Now, when me and whoever are parents of children, no matter how big they are, from the smallest to the biggest, right? Children constantly needs food. There's constantly need to be food, tins, pasta, sauces, lots of food, dry food, wet food, you name it. Even if your child is a fussy one, you have to have something on deck to give them. Even if it's one of those ready foods where you throw in to the pan, you pour hot water on it, you give it to your child, that's food. Now the little girl was looking in the fridge. There was nothing in the fridge, nothing in the fridge. The child, me and my daughter counted, she went there at least four, 5 times. That same child went, looked in the fridge, nothing there. Anyways, another time now, a child was asking her for food. She was on a live. Okay, fair enough. When you're on a live, obviously that's the time children, I mean, children will interrupt you. That's what they do. They're children. Come on, they're children. All right. So, even if you are on a live talking, whatever, you could be doing I don't know. I can't think of other stuff that you can be doing where you're on a device and you are talking. Now, the child said, "Mum, I'm hungry." She goes to her, "Go and sit down." I was like, wow. Right? Now, that's Jazzy's life now. Right? And I've only seen less than oh, what's it? It's soon January finish. Right, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of her I've been watching. Um Now the other one is Olivia. Now Olivia, I don't know. I know she's been doing a lot. I can tell by the reactors she's been doing a whole heap, a lot. Right? She wasn't looking after the children or something. So I think the ex finally got custody of them. But she was also scamming her subs on the YouTube. She's scamming them and, like making what's it, the registry, we know, for babies, where you can say, okay, I want this and this and this for the baby, and people will send it to you or whatever, whatever. She's been doing a whole heap of a lot. Even when they tell some of the things she's done, even you're wowed. Now, this individual, hold on, let me show a picture of her. If you haven't seen who she is, now this is Live Life. No, Olivia, but on here it's called Live Life. But it's best to look at the reactors. If I was you, I would not give her the watch time. To be honest, um, she's doing a whole lot to her children. Also, she was not feeding them. She wasn't doing nothing with them. I mean, fair enough. During COVID, there's not a lot you can do with your children. But if you know another parent, you can form a bubble and you can go and it's got too much boobage for me. Um, you can go and what you call it, like formulate something for your child so they can play, be together. Now the children were suffering higher. Right, I'm just talking about these two ladies I came across on YouTube here, or the reactors, not so much them, it's what the reactors are saying. Now, being that these are mothers as well, okay, not all mothers, all right, know certain things, or they're not raised a certain way. But what's the biggest joke? On Jazzy's side, she has her mother, all right, she has her mother, so isn't she has that, the grandparents, that beyond the backside stuff, that helps. When you go shopping, the grandmother's there, you got the children there. But Jazzy has all that. Now they're saying, I'm gonna take off my screen. Now the reactors are saying that how there seems to be a level of abuse going on in the house as well with Jazzy. Anyway, there was a level of abuse with Olivia as well. So they are not really. I want to find a video of her so I can give you a perfect example. There was a video of her that I can give you an example of her behavior, but every time I put out a video, they want me to crop it out. So apparently, Olivia was taking the money and doing her nails, doing tattoos, feeding boyfriends. She got in like one one of the boyfriends. He was trying to leave, and I don't know if it's her mother, or I don't know who the hell the woman is, and she was coming after him. So he filmed the attack. It came like an attack, really. If you look at it from a viewer's point of view, it's like an attack. So he said, "Look, I'm trying to get out. They won't let me come out. They're blocking, or they're trying to." And then you can hear her coming after the guy. Now these two young mothers, like I said, because they're young, Okay, or I think no, not even young. I think they're in their 30s. So I think the only way I can show it is giving an example. I got to give you an example of the levels of behavior. I want to do all the reactors. I don't even want to do. Um, I want to do the reactors. Let me see. I can find a good one because there's loads of reactors on her.
Sometimes something comes along. Do questions and comments like in the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on here for y'all. It was saying.
Now, I think the only way I'm going to do this is if I play the audio. I don't know how this is going to go down, but let's see what we can do. Hold on. Let me do this. And do this.
That helps. My posts, my community posts, I'm gonna be doing like segments of questions saying that, either good or bad. This one right here is good, okay? This is a good drop the mic. This is like, dang, I didn't know all that was going on. Because sometimes the subscribers be on it and no more than the people that do the do the content, than the content creators, which is true, all right? So let's get into it. So I'm gonna put the comment in here first before I get to talking, okay? But yeah, I gotta stay all the way through to support the girl, put my channel, and let's get into it, all right? So in the comment, I'm gonna put it on here for y'all. It was saying that hips, we already know the hips knew Philip, and used to play, I guess, basketball together. But it also alleged, this is all alleged, okay? This is alleged. This ain't actual factual. This is alleged that they were locked up together, okay? And that Jazz, I guess Jazz knew of him because they were friends on the Facebook, okay? Big Hips and Jazz. But it was said that, I don't know, I believe that Philip must have had talked to Big Hips about Jazz or whatever like that. And he knew her through the grapevine, And so I guess he made it his opportunity, or she made it her opportunity to reconnect with him because, Philip locked up and Philip broke up with her and everything in the jailhouse. So now they together. So she sent up the second that her men don't have a record or had never been to jail and stuff like that is a lie. Because remember they had alleged that he was doing stuff, when he first started the YouTube with her, they had a lot of rumors going out about him, okay, what he was doing and how he liked to date, women, white women, Mexican women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's his preference, but that's why we know that he really don't care for Jazz like that, okay? Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's kind of crazy to me is that after my Shabby Life put that video out about her this week, that the video got struck down, but Jazz also took the video that she had out in it live. She took it and deleted it. Okay. But I'm saying this: if you knew there was nothing ill intent in that, you would have never deleted it. You would never striked her. You just striked her because she pointed it out. And Big Hills, y'all don't like that to get called out. Okay. So y'all let me know what y'all think, because this really like a guilty dog will holler, okay? And that's a guilty dog right there. Deleting the content, the proof. That's what Jazz did. And she has really, she has deleted some videos, okay? But she really has never deleted no video like that, alright? So, It was kind of crazy to me. She ain't did it. The other videos that she had on the channel about her, she still let them roll, let them fly. But this one particular one, she she really touched her, I guess, and she just wanted to delete it. Like, I gotta get this up out of here. I'm gonna even need to leave mine on my channel for nobody can never come back and look.
Okay, so that's Jazzy. That's a reactor on Jazzy's live. So this is the one on Liv's one. Hold on, let me get her.
So I never thought I would be in that position. But I was put in that position. And it can happen to you too. And that's what I want you guys to take from this. I'm not saying it will happen to y'all. No, but it could. So I want you to listen just in case it ever happens. Okay. Okay. So when I got to Florida, people were like, this is more lies that were going on. People were saying I was like trying to run away from, I was trying to get served. He was trying to serve me with divorce papers. That was false. I don't know where that lie or that rumor came from because he was not trying to serve me with anything when I left Texas. But when I did get here, I was served with papers, but not divorce papers. They were custody papers. Okay, let's get that understood. I've never been served with divorce papers from him. He has been served from my lawyer, but I've never been served from his people divorce papers. So let's get that very understood here. Okay. Okay. So
it sounds like his attorneys tried to tackle the issue of custody first, finances first, divorce final. How are you going to worry about divorce first when you want custody of your kids? It's a package deal. Your divorce is the last thing to come.
when I got to Florida, everything was good. Everything was happening. Everything was rolling. It was fine. We're like the four musketeers. You know how it worked last time and how we've been in the past. Like this, like him being in and out is not like anything new. Like he's.
But I also would like to say they're going on Jazzy a lot, but they're going more on Liv because I think Liv has done a lot of stuff. Okay, but they do go in on Jazzy a lot. Her name Jasmine, or as they call her. But this is Livia talking about her. First, she was lying that the children wasn't taken and all this, and then she she said that what he shouldn't have another relationship, but he seemed like he was been in a relationship with the girl for long, according to what the reactors are saying, and he should not have had the children with another person, but she had her children around different people, so different men per se. But so two wrongs don't make a right. Basically, she ain't really got a leg to stand on, really, on this levels, right? If the man's your ex, the man's your ex. He has a right to his own devices. You don't own him, right? And another thing, the other one, what Jazzy's trying to do now, she's trying to get pregnant again. So she's got like 5 children. So the last one is only 2 months, 3 months, and she's trying to get pregnant again. So the reactors talks about all this. I've kind of have to jumble things up a little bit because I'm talking about the both of them. I'm not talking about one or the other because they're just as bad as each other, to be honest. They are a combination of dysfunctional, I would say, black women that is out there, self-entitled, um, I don't know, should I say have no ambition? But then again, I mean, when my children reached about 10, 11, I don't even know, 12, I was studying online. So you can do all those things and still be a mother, especially if the baby's small. That's the best time to be studying. I don't see what is the issue with these women. They basically live on a pipe dream. You are not a middle class lady. They buy things like they're middle class. Okay, if you can afford it, good. Some people have multifaceted incomes and can do that. But if you're living on a certain amount of money, you cannot do that. You cannot get certain things. You have to buy things that you can feed your children and all that stuff. Now, Olivia, there is a part where the reactor talks about how she was getting on with her children. And I think it's key to know that these things happen in most households, well, dysfunctional households. And when it's on a platform like this, right? Remember, there's how many people watching now. They get an idea that how we don't want to go work, we don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Okay, fair enough, right? We can't have brilliant houses, but we can make houses a home. Okay, there is ways of doing it. Okay, I've done it before in the past, so I know. Okay, so you are basically not dressing the children, all that stuff, all the extras. No, it's not good. Like, when the children went to the dad now you can see where he's taking care of them. Livia's ex-partner is also working. He has a stable income. And he is a father who want to see his children. Not like he didn't want to see his children. Now, if you don't want to see his children, now that's understandable. The man wants to see his children, wants to take care of his children. Now, not many single black women can say that. That is a very rare thing in a black man to want to take and look after his children. All right. If the man wants to do that, let him do it. There's nothing wrong in that. You are not entitled. Anyway, I'll go far the part where she was talking about the tattoos that she has on her body and the scamming that she was doing, because she did a whole heap of scam. A whole heap. She did too much. I feel like I might have to do 2 videos on this woman. She did a lot. When these reactors break it all down, you're like, wow. Wow. I know black women who have like at least a couple businesses under their belts. Okay? And have a family, and they have a husband and everything. Dr. Amira is a good example of that in one sense. I think Kiss is another sense. I can't think of another one who has businesses underneath their belts. What you are showing is not a very good representation of women who are parents. What you are showing is how they think of us, as we are bummy. We don't take care of our children. Okay, even though sometimes, even though I can say with this one, the last one is hard. I've never potty trained any child, none of my children. I never had to do it. I always had help, so it's harder for me. But I would try to do it. You cannot come on here asking your subs to subsidize you, to look after you, so you can go and do stuff. If you're asking for cash apps to improve certain things, that's different. That way you and your children are both benefiting, right? We're both benefiting. It's not one-sided. It's not for me to come on here with just all fancy dress when people's cash apping me for something that's supposed to go towards certain things, especially if you've got children as well. And you're not supposed to show your children all over the YouTube streets neither. You don't know who's watching. All kinds of people be watching YouTube. Right? You don't know who is watching your YouTube. You don't know. You really don't. Now, I think I'm going to find the part where she talks about where she went to somebody, or she met up with somebody, and then fair enough, this happens. Okay, no judgment there, right? Sometimes a woman can meet a man and it's a one good thing, and then it turns into a relationship. It doesn't necessarily turn into a bed work thing, whatever situation, right? So you can't judge everybody by whatever standards, okay? People fall in love all different ways. Sometimes people do the sex first, and then it turns into a relationship. Sometimes that turns into to that. There is no good, bad, whatever. Hi, everybody. I can't even stay on here for long because I have another live that is going to come forward about the menopause. But I just thought I've watched so much of these two women. I'm just like, wow. Like, as these women, I mean, you see them on telly. I don't think they really was actually in real life. You know, these are things you'll see on TV. Children looking away, the mum looking spruced up. Me is the other way around. My little one, though I don't take her out, I'm always trying to do something or get my daughter to do her hair. If I can't do her hair, my daughter will do it. Or the clothes I have for her, I make it look good. I don't take her out any old how. People look at all that shit. You crazy? Not in this day and age, love. And what is so stupid about it? You lot can learn online. There's so many things you can learn online. That money you're getting from wherever you're getting, I don't know, social, whatever. You can go put it on a course and learn. Or you ask your subscribers nicely to help you. Fundi Fee always says you ask and then it shall be given. Okay? But you don't use the money frivolously because you got to give back to the subscribers. It's not all about you sometimes. You know what I mean? All scamming your subscribers. What's all that about? I don't know anyway. Anyway, let's get to the good part.
I need a $3,000 retainer fee. Understand, I'm not a broke woman by no means, but I have a lot of bills. I have a lot of expenses. Okay.
Such as, because for some reason you always find in the budget money for lip fillers, tattoos, to play around with that nasty, strangly looking hair that you have. There's always room in the budget for you to eat out every day, drink Starbucks every day, spend money on yourself. Always room in the budget for these things. But you're not a broke woman by any means. Oh, I'm not broke.
Okay. So, yes, I make money, but I have to pay my bills. On top of it, I help other people pay.
Well, join the club, my love. Welcome to adulthood. Welcome to parenthood, honey.
Other bills. So don't ever get it twisted. You know what I mean? But I was just so upset because I was like, damn, I've supported these kids for the whole year, mostly. With the exceptions of meals and $100 here and $200 here, maybe a $50 here. With the exception of that ass wiping money, because that's money you wipe your ass with. But kids are.
She don't want to support her children. Kids are goats, love. Kids are goats. They're your children. They came out of your flipping pum pum, for God's sake. Like, they came out of your pum pum. You lied down and you got them, didn't ya? You're supposed to look after them the best way you know how. The best way you know how. You try to give them the best. You can't give them everything, but you give them what you can. Sometimes tattoos and stuff will have to wait. They'll have to come afterwards when they're older. And when you can afford them stuff. Tattoos cost a whole heap of money from what I heard. Tattoos ain't cheap, okay? Right? It's not, children are not a commodity. They're not there to make you look good or whatever, whenever you feel like or whatever the case may be. I don't know. You live in a whole different world. I know when I was in my 20s and 30s, me and my children used to dress the same. I used to dress my children like puss. Okay? I don't even do it to this one as much. Okay? You're a very delusional woman. You're delusional. I hope they do she's another one that needs to come off of YouTube. She and the Jazzy needs to come off of YouTube. There are real mums on here. I haven't watched the full one yet. That are actually doing stuff with their children, doing bits with the children, homeschooling, all that. Yeah? What are you doing? Like, you look at your children like a commodity and it's not good. And maybe it's a good thing the man came and got his children. You know, they say that children need their mothers, but I don't know. Some cases is not. It's not so. It's not so. Sometimes the father has to come in. It all depends on the situation, mind you. If the father is a certain way, obviously he can't. He shouldn't have them. If he is abusive and all that, no, of course he shouldn't have them. Of course not. Retainer, from what I understand, the retainers is something to do with judge and courts and stuff like that. That's what I understand retainers are. Um, for the, well, as she said, divorces, etc. This lady here is very delusional. I wish I could put it up on the screen, but I know they're gonna I know they're gonna do what they did to me with the Benjamin. They're gonna cut. They're gonna let me cut it all out, and it doesn't make no sense. So it's best we just hear the sound.
Are expensive. Kids are expensive. Moving is expensive. I moved in 2020.
Who made the decision to move out of spite? Who? That was you.
It was just a lot. I spent a lot of money and I got no fucking money back on my taxes. And it was just, it hurt because I needed it. I needed it, you know? So that's how he had money and that's how I didn't have extra money. And on top of it, you have to understand, I'm paying all my own bills. He's splitting his bills with somebody. So in a dirty, grimy ass sense, you might be like, oh, he's smart. Oh, he's smart. He got you, girl. He ripped you off. He took your money, girl. He's smart as hell. But that is very grimy. And yeah.
Those are his kids. Those are his kids. What you mean?
Yeah. So what I did is I acted as a boss, the boss that I am, and I did represent myself. I had no choice. I couldn't afford a lawyer.
Wait hold up, wait a minute. Bitch. Now just 2.5 milliseconds ago, you were calling me broke. You were calling me broke. You love to call people broke. You love to throw the word broke. Girl, you called me broke. You said I need to get a job. But you could not afford a lawyer when your kids were in the balance? Is that what you're saying, ma'am? After you did all that begging and all that selling your soul on YouTube for some views, you still couldn't afford a lawyer. Jeez, wow, I can't imagine. Just down bad, girl, down bad. I hate to see it, ho. I really hate to see it.
Was that a bad move? It was an extremely bad. It was an extremely bad move. Because let me tell you something, y'all. When I went into court, every single time, I showed up at every single hearing on time, with my head held high, told the truth, and that's all I felt like I needed to do. I was like,
Okay, the echoing is bugging me out now. The echoing is bugging me out, and they're cussing, and the cussing. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. All right. Okay, let's move along. Yeah.
See your grandkids, you claim y'all got 50-50, sis. Go get your kids, and that's when your mom can spend time with them. Nobody have to put up with all the lip and people up here talking about, oh, he's a horrible father. Okay, if I'm that horrible, bitch, get off my phone. Click.
My mom has been there the whole time, came and watched our babies while I went and gave birth, helped us out. The chance she got, kicked us down money, helped our children. But you won't even let my mother speak to her grandbabies? I'm telling you, the bitterness is real. All right. So, hope you're recording that. Yeah. You guys, okay, so where was I? I forgot where I was. I think I was just talking about lawyers. Just make sure you always get a lawyer. You guys gotta beg, borrow, steal, kill, bitch. Sorry. Whatever you gotta do.
I don't think you have to tell the average person with common sense that they need to get a lawyer when children are in the balance. Like, that's common fucking sense.
What? It's pretty much yours. And this is another thing I don't like that people say. So stop saying this. I took his kids away from him. Remember.
You took his kids away from him. Yes, you took his kids away from him. You tried to put him in between a rock and a hard place, and it backfired. You decided you would move him away once again from everything that they know and love, because the relationship didn't work out. So you took his kids away from him. Yes, you did. He was stupid enough to follow you around the first couple of times, and then the last time it backfired, and now you're up here crying the tears of a motherfucking tattooed clown. And nobody cares. You didn't even have $400, honey. We don't want to hear it. Next case.
He left them in Florida willingly, wanted to, okay? And he once, he tried to use the argument, I'm dangerous, I'm neglectful.
He left you in Florida, sis. Just so happened the kids were there with you. He left you. But now he has himself established, and guess where the kids are? With him. So if he didn't want his kids, why would he have them now? It's a lot to take on 3 kids when you haven't had them for the past year. That's a lot. That's a huge change. A huge change in finances, a huge change in your level of freedom. That's a big old change.
I'm everything in the book, okay? But if I'm everything in the book, why would you leave your kids with me? Why would you leave your kids with me?
Anyways, because I have another live, I can't even linger on this one for now. I might have to come back to this particular lady here. I might have to do on both of them separately, because both of them are both as dysfunctional. Like I said, dysfunctional, entitled. Fair enough. When we have men, boyfriends, whatever, if it comes down to that man, right? And I know when I was with my ex, how long ago, I used to take pictures and show him off, all that sort of thing. That's nothing new. But if you're using the man for that, it's obviously gonna backfire on you one way or the other, right? She knew a whole heap about him as well, which she talks about later on, where they were saying she was the side one, the side chick as they call it, and he went and he lived with another lady, and he obviously felt self-entitled, but the woman that he's with now, she was saying, oh, she's dangerous, or some kind of something like that she was saying about the woman. But the children are around the same woman now. Okay, the woman has no children, but she looks after them pretty well. They had a party with all the children's pictures up on the IG. It was really spectacular. He's doing TikToks with his children. He obviously loves his children. You can see he loves his children, right? The children don't look upset. They don't look sad. They don't look, I don't know. I can't think of the words really, but there is a difference. I remember somebody talking about Jazzy life, no, not Ollie lives life before, and I remember looking at it a little bit briefly. I didn't really get in at it because there was nothing really to look at. I mean, they spoke about the Pampers, how the Pampers were saggy and that she weren't changing them. There was constantly getting shaft and all this stuff. And, or was it Jazzy? I don't know which one, because they're both as bad as each other. I can't even tear them apart. They're just the same as each other. And she obviously has done a lot. The reactors have seen a lot of stuff, and she's done a lot of stuff. And they are really laying into her every day. There is a video, a reactor reacting on her. I don't think they'd be guessing because, like they said, she puts it all up on YouTube, so you don't really miss nothing, to be honest. She constantly trying to get back at him and all that stuff. It's just, yeah, it's a bit really crazy. Now she hasn't got the children. This is actually the time where you can straighten up yourself, go learn something. Like I said, improve yourself because you haven't got the children around you. It's not like you need a babysitter now. You can literally go off and do what you got to do. I don't see why you can't improve yourself. I think, methinks. So as harsh as these reactors are to you, I really understand where they're coming from. I would not want to be a mum on YouTube and every single day there's a reactor talking about me. I think I would have to change the whole thing, the whole, what they call, narrative or whatever as they call. I'd have to do something about it. This is what happens when you open up YouTube into your life. You know, Nature Boy used to do the same thing. So you have to refer to him because he used to do the same thing. When people started reacting to him, he didn't like it. But yesterday he was opening up and showing everything. And in fact, maybe it's a good thing that they were showing everything because then, like, you start see certain things. Now, in Jazzy's life, there's a problem. There's a thing with the bathroom. There's a bathroom thing going on with the stepfather and the daughter. He said he came back for the daughter, Mamaya. He didn't come back for Jazzy. I'm like, wow, that is just weird. What a man to say that, unless he's got other motives. If they explain you the whole scenario to that, you're like, wow. The Jazzy's obviously oblivious or whatever. She's one of those that if her daughter comes and says to her mum, this is happening to me, she'll turn a blind eye. She's one of them. She's one of them women. Right? I don't know what else to say. She's just, some unhinged women who's on Facebook, on YouTube right now. Maybe before there was unhinged women on here. There's the 21 bad bitch. There's all them ones there. There's a lot of unhinged ones on here. Okay, and I'm not saying that everybody that comes on here is whatever or whatever the case may be. Like I said, YouTube is a teaching tool. You can teach a whole heap of things on here. You can literally get a whole class of people to learn from you. You don't necessarily have to show that you're living a lavish life. If you're not living a lavish life, you're not living a lavish life. That's just how it is. The pandemic happened. Loads of people lost jobs. Money was lost. Loads of people was on the pipeline. Still on the pipeline. Still, you cannot say that you are able to live a certain way of living. And if you are, good on you. I'm not envious or jealous of that. But you are a mother. Yes, some things as a mother you don't know, but there's always somebody who can teach you how to be a mother. There's centers. You have the net. The nets have whole heap of information, a whole heap. But I don't know about my small one. What I've forgotten. Sometimes I have to go and Google it. I turn into them Google parents. When my daughter said, I go Google and I say, okay, I could do this. I don't know what else to say to these two young women. I was young myself. Yes. It's nice to have attention back from men when you have children. Yes. Yes. But you still have to look out for your children. Especially when you have girls. They go after girls and boys. Girls and boys. Before it used to be the white thing, but now, it's a black thing now. There's we have those type of people in our community. You hear about it all the time. When you turn on YouTube, you see certain things. Even the fathers killing the mother and the children. It's severe out here. It's very crazy. Now, these women would drive any man to go and do craziness. Anyways, I ain't gonna go up my soapbox because, like, I got to let Claire do her thing. So I am gonna try and come back with this one because I really want to hear what my subbies are gonna say about this one. I can put her up on the video thing. I think I'm gonna have to find a way to do it because you don't need to hear the whole of this, especially the ones who's mothers. You need to hear it. The ones who's very experienced women who's been through a lot. We don't all work right. We don't all live in a glass house, so This lady's very delusional, and the other one. But I will. I'll talk about her in another time. I just thought I'll let you lot know about these two women. Oh, I put without a clue instead of without a clue. I just read what I said. I haven't put it wrong in the bloody title, but I'm gonna sort it. They haven't got a clue. They got screw loose. They definitely have a screw loose. So let me go retitle this thing now. Actually, as I'm sitting there. Right, so they are young mums and they haven't got a clue of anything, and it's just rather quite sad. It's very sad. I don't know what else to say on the matter really, but I will bring it forward again. I'm going to do them one at a time, I think, so we can all get acquainted with these women. There's no point me reacting. There's reactors already reacting, so I might as well play the reactors how they think, and you lot can see what you lot can determine from what they're saying. So with that said, I am going to come off because I've got to let Claire come on now. So thank you to the assassin for passing through. To Master Dre. Sunkissed. Chrissy. Christine. Hi, Christine. Hiya. So I've got to come back because it's 2:00 now, and I've got to do the other one. I will just sort out the title, amend the title a bit. Got to do these things. Can't look uneducated out here. So people can think that I ain't got a clue. So with that said, I'm gonna come off. And we will break down these two girls. We have to. Because this is real life things. This is real life people. They're on YouTube. They're not like the celebrities. They're normal people. Normal women. Just ain't got a clue. So with that said, I am going to come off and bring on the other live. With that said, I will see you in a mo. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, please turn up for the other one because that one's very important. This is important, yes, but that one's important too. So I'm gonna let her know to come true. Okay. All right. So I will see you. Bye.